What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Meg. This is MegSideQuest, and today we are going on a side quest of renovating some base game homes in The Sims 4. The Sims 4, we know her, we love her, we truly do. As much of a problem she's been giving us the last few years, we really do love The Sims 4, and as much as I'm about to rag on these homes that we're going to be renovating, I really genuinely do love The Sims. Like, this game has been my life since the year 2000 when it first came out. But we all know that some of the base game houses and then some of the homes that were built with the packs are interesting, and they're a little bit basic. They're not always the most well done. Things have improved a lot when they have let sim creators and those that actually play the game and love the game create the homes. And if I renovate one of those homes in a future video, it's no shade to anyone that ever created the game. I just personally love going into The Sims and renovating the space. I love interior decor of The Sims because it can be so serious, but it can also be so whimsical, so fun, and honestly, strange and goofy. So I have a lot of fun going through and renovating the different homes in the packs. That's what we're going to start our journey, and a different side quest, renovating the different houses. And I'm going to be screenless for the rest of this video. It was nice to see ya. Let's get started in renovating. We are going to be doing this renovation in Oasis Springs in the Nookstone lot. This is a 20 by 15 lot. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Not a whole lot to it, but it's on a gorgeous lot. Like, we have the dinosaur in the background, all of like the retro looking neon. I think it's like from the 50s, maybe the 70s. Very like Palm Springs inspired. And this house is pretty basic in shape. There's not a lot going on as far as yard space goes. I'm going to try to renovate to fit a pool back there, and the inside is very basic. I guess it's a studio that they were going for because the bedroom isn't closed off. So it's like a studio space. For some reason, they have like the random divider in there. There's just not a lot going on, no overhead lighting, just very, very basic on the inside. So the exciting part here is getting to bulldoze it all. I don't know about you, but it is so satisfying just going with the hammer and being like boop, 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 boop to every object inside and just like getting it completely demolished. There's also something about Oasis Springs that I'm like really drawn toward. I have a lot of fun just going through here and renovating the houses because like the shape of the house isn't bad. It's a really great starter home. Is it going to be starter home prices when we're done with it? Like, no. This is just a lot to have fun with, a renovation to have fun with. I'm not going to be limiting to a certain budget or to certain packs in this video. I will do that in other videos. But right now, I'm just kind of moving the lot around because I really do want to try to fit a pool space, because in worlds like Oasis Springs, there is a lot to indoor-outdoor living. So I really want to add that element and have it like kind of flow and have it feel larger in that sense. But in this renovation, we're not doing anything to change the structure of the building, the outer structure. We're not going to be changing the roof. We're going to be leaving all the architectural elements alone. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a colorful build. I've been having so much fun playing with color, like bright, bright colors. It's been outside of my comfort zone, and it's been really fun to explore and play around with. I'm even keeping like the structure of like the different tonals, how like there's like some kind of wood siding and then a different kind of siding. I'm kind of keeping that like two-tone aspect to the outside of the house, playing with color. I was really drawn to using blue on the outside, and I ended up settling with like this mustard yellow brick. And I really like the idea of using brick. I think it's realistic because in these older homes built in the desert, brick would definitely be designed to have the house stay cooler, which these houses are in need of. And I went with a really fun, obnoxious roof color that you'll see and pops of color in that accent. I wanted to use a really unique and fun awning. I just wanted the outside of this house to look so much fun. And being in Oasis Springs, it was really giving Trixie motel vibes. Like, I'm like, what would Trixie do to the outside of this house to bring the fun in? So that's what we ended up with, and I really like how it turned out. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I'm building, I need a blank slate, so I have to paint the walls white and have a basic floor everywhere, or else I feel like I can't see what I'm doing. I added in these really large bay windows, and I'm actually closing off the bedroom space. I thought it would be really nice to have the bedroom in the back and have the front as an office space. Here I'm working on the bathroom. That always seems to be like an easy go-to, and I'm expanding it just a little bit so we can have the bathtub shower combo fit in there. We're going to add in a double vanity and a toilet, and of course we are going to make the bathroom pink. We are going to have so much fun. All of these rooms are going to have a really unique spin on them, and I had so much fun playing and putting this together. The bathroom is a small space, but it's certainly not lackluster at all. What is your go-to when you're renovating? Like, what's the first room that you tackle? Does it depend on the house, or do you always have a go-to of what you like to handle? Here I am just adding in final details to the bathroom. I used a lot of the clutter from the sleek bathroom kit, and of course we had to add a plant in there. I mean, I have a hard time with blank space, so I'm like, a plant, just throw a plant in there and everything will be better. But that is our bathroom done. The kitchen is always a favorite for me, and it's going to be pink. I promise it's not going to be an all pink house. I think you'll be surprised by some of the rooms. But I decided to go with the brick on part of these walls as accent walls because, again, the interior would kind of match the exterior with the brick, and I really like the look of the brick in this older style desert home. But I am using a lot of kitchen stuff from the new Royalty and Legacy pack, and I hate looking at smoke detectors, so I always hide them behind the oven. They're always in the builds just behind the oven. So I decided to accent with yellow with the oven because I couldn't find a matching pink oven, of course. And now we're just going to go ahead and add in some clutter. I gave them a smoothie blender, the mixer. I decided to give them a recipe book just to kind of have some clutter so it looks like the kitchen is a little bit lived in. I thought it was really funny, or would be really funny, to kind of put the Bella Goth milk carton in as decor because it's like in the desert. So, you know, alien abductions, maybe she's missing. They're discovering that. It also just makes it feel like there is a sim actively living in here. Now, my other favorite thing to do to clutter up a place is to add plants. So I'm going to be adding even more plants to this space. I'm able to put one on top of the fridge. I use a really, really large one for this awkward corner space that's like, you know, in the back right hand corner over there. So I really love that I was able to add that in. We have like a little dinette area in front of the window. We accented with yellow bar stools, and then here we are with the plants going crazy. I did use a lot of plants in the build today. It was a lot of fun. And here I am searching for this large one. I think that that's from the Love Struck pack. It's just kind of awkward, and I haven't found a way to add it into a lot of my spaces, so I'm glad I found space for it now. The kitchen is pretty much done. The only thing is to add the curtains, and the curtains were a little bit of a pain in the butt. I used the paranormal curtains, but I ended up having to alt place them because of with the window and the clipping, so I kind of had to move the window out of the way, guesstimate where the curtain would hit, holding the alt button, and then picking up that middle piece with the alt button and adding it back in. And those were the curtains that I found worked with this 3-panel window. The neutral wall color in this house, instead of like a white or a beige, it's going to be this terracotta swatch from the Boldly Brushed wall paint color. Words. The living room is going to be quite simple because it's not the biggest space in the world. We're just going to have a TV on the wall. I love using the faux fireplace from the Kitschy Kit because it's Oasis Springs. Like, we don't necessarily need a working fireplace to keep us warm. Like, the winters are warm enough. And we're going to have a more neutral colored couch and a fuzzy little rug underneath. And on the wall, we don't have a lot of blank wall space, so I'm going to be using these Dream Pep frames. They're a go-to in a lot of my builds. I really like them a lot. They're a great neutral piece with more neutral colors, not quite as bold and bright and vibrant. So I really like how this space is coming together. And just to show you, I did go with like the more interesting, elaborate awning over the front door. I just had to. It's such a statement piece for this house. And in the backyard, I added a disco ball because whoever is living in this house is such a fun sim. Like, they're going to have the vibes. I've worked on expanding the patio a little bit. And then inside you can see that we have the walls done for the office and the bedroom. We have like this high school years like rainbow paint swatch in the office. And here in the bedroom, we decided to go bold with some black walls mixed with the brick again. Like, the brick is kind of accenting throughout the house. But since the rest of the house is so pink and so bright and so colorful, I really wanted to go a little bit moody in the bedroom, and I think it still makes sense as a house, like, cohesively all together. Here you can see me going through so many different beds and so many different swatches because that's just how it is. Like, you want to fill out the vibe. You want to see what is going to work, what color palette you think you might want for a room. So starting off with like the bold piece, like a bed, really getting a feel for it. If you're someone that's new to this or wanting to get better at working on your interiors in the game, that's just kind of what you have to do. Play around with it and have fun playing with it. See what inspires you and like makes you excited to put there, you know? And I did have some hard time decorating this bedroom space. It's a little bit awkward from the bump out with the bathroom. Like, in the very back corner on the outer edge, it goes, you know, we have like that empty space. So I just put a bookshelf in there. I was like, well, that's a great use for that space. I didn't really know what to do putting like along the wall of the other side that shares the wall with the living room. I wasn't quite sure what to do with that space. It was a little bit awkward of a bedroom space without expanding and bumping it out further, keeping it contained to like the original architecture of the house, but we made it work. So what did I do? I added a lot of plants. I added a lot of plants as decor in here. I also added some personal touches to the dresser. So we have that bookshelf in the back over there, like a little reading nook. We have an end table with a lamp and like a book that they're reading already on there. We have a ton of plants in the room. We have a chair, so another spot for this sim to sit and read. And yeah, I really like how more neutral and muted the bedroom is, even though it's black. Black is still bold, but considering the rest of the house, it's kind of like a neutral space. And I love the curtains from Desert Luxe. I almost always use them. They work with so many different windows. And we added a black mirror there in the corner. So the bedroom is a lot of life and death stuff, but I really like how it turned out. It's, you know, taking away from the constant girly pop feel of the house. And here you can see I was having a really hard time with this blank wall on this side. So I found like a shelf with some pictures on it to put up over there, but also just showing you this is kind of like the color scheme in the home. I kind of like that the bedroom is this darker space, you know, really good for sleeping, keeping the walls dark. So this is what I added for wall decor, and I called it a day, and it is time to go ahead and move on to the office space. Do you have like a go-to piece of decor for like when you have a lot of empty walls? I know that there's so many great pieces on the gallery that creators make, but is there something like in a pack or in the game that you like to use when you have a lot of wall space? Let me know in the comments. Lastly, we're going to be moving on to the office space, and I say lastly as in lastly inside the house because we have the whole backyard to get to, which I'm really, really excited about. But the office space for me, I'm always thinking skill building, skill building, skill building, especially when you're in a smaller house like this. This is a 20 by 15 lot. It's a 1-bedroom house. We don't have the biggest living room or a lot of extra space. So I like popping a bookshelf in there for good measure. We have the bonsai tree that's going to go into the corner of the room. A computer is a must-have in the game. So I really like Little Simsies, her game cozy gamer kit with the dual monitors and the desk. It's, again, becoming such a go-to. I use quite a bit from her kit in this build. I also added a painting easel. That is also a go-to for me. Like, I love having my Sims paint in game. Is there a skill that like you always have your Sims go for? Let me know in the comments. Painting, I'm just such a sucker for painting. I love it. And then I also added in a chess table. So we have that skill building item in there as well, and I hid away like the attic decor kit if you have seasons, so you can decorate your house without it being in an awkward spot. Oh, and I also put a guitar in. So lots of variety for this sim to choose from. Very, very creative space for them to be in. The wallpaper is kind of giving that creative vibe as well. So let me know, what do you think about the inside of this house? I've again, been having so much fun playing with bold wallpaper, bold color choices, and just seeing what I can come up with. That's, the beauty of The Sims. You can make it whatever you want. So moving out to the backyard, we have to have a pool in Oasis Springs. Like, let's get real, we need a pool. And the pool tile I used is from Lovestruck. I like how it has like almost this pastel vibe to it. Plays with the color of the houses. I really wanted a diving board, but as you could see, it kept trying to clip to the roof and not the pool. So I'm not sure what that's really about, but eventually I got a normal diving board to stay in place. Finishing up the backyard space, of course we're going to have an outdoor grill. How could we not? Part of that indoor-outdoor living that's so great in the desert. We have a dining table, so I went with something colorful again, some colorful chairs. We also have a card playing table outside for the indoor-outdoor living. So I really like that I was able to fit that under there, under the porch. We have a lounger chair. And lastly, a fire pit to look out at the beautiful scenery behind them. The only thing this house needs is some landscaping. So I'm just picking up some of this like grass, bush, whatever you want to call it. And for some pops of color, we're going to add some lavender. And then I just picked desert landscape. Just looking what's around on the lot, surrounding, adding some of that. We don't have the biggest lawn space, which is nice, so you didn't have to add a lot to it, keeping it a little bit more simple for the desert living. But I think that the landscaping fits in really well with the surrounding area, and I think the house just looks so cute. Now let's go ahead and do a final walkthrough. And to remind you, this is what we are working with. This is what we started with. Can you even believe this is the house that was on the lot? The inside, so empty, so dark, so sad. It's shocking that this is what the before used to be. And now look at her. She is so cute. She is so vibrant. She is so full of life. She is thriving. Even the landscaping is popping off. It's giving fun, healthy, free. And here we have the backyard space. So much in that backyard. I mean, honestly, for being a 20 by 15 lot, she popped off. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. I kind of want to remake the rest of the houses in this neighborhood of Oasis Springs just as bright and colorful. If that's something you would want to see, let me know. What is another world you would like me to sort of renovate in The Sims next? I really did have a lot of fun playing with this. the whole thing with the desert and living in the desert myself is that all the houses are beige. It's blending with the environment. But look how fun those pops of colors are in the desert environment. But anyway, I'm really proud of the work that we did with her, the flip on this. The kitchen is like very welcoming, cool, light, bright, airy. Nothing's really crammed together, which is great. I personally don't think you need a lot for a living room space. I think the couch and TV is just a-okay. Oh, I did add in an archery thing on the side of the house. So another activity for your sim. The office space, again, has so many activities, so much room for so many activities. The bathroom is really nice, sleek, and modern. And I feel like the bedroom is like the oddball in the house, but still it fits anyway with like the pops of the muted pink and purpley tones. I like the unexpected pops of darkness in the bedroom. I think it's really, really fun. Who do you think would live in this house? Let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Again, your cutesy little view that you get to see in your backyard. So if you are interested in downloading her, she is on the gallery, same as my YouTube name, MegSideQuest, under Nookstone Renovation. Look, like the actual photo is a good one. Normally, the Sims gallery is not good with photos. There are a lot of packs, but they're mostly kits. So I had a lot of fun with this one. It is 57,000 simoleons, so it's a little bit up there. But I had fun creating it. And if you are new and not subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing to stick around. We have a lot of fun series happening right now on this channel. We just started the Not So Berry Generation Challenge, so that's brand new. And we've also been having a lot of fun with letting a random wheel control our Sims' life. That has been a series video. There's going to be more renovation, builds, and challenges as well. So I hope you subscribe, and thank you so much for your time watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.